The Chimerist's last experiment. The evidence he found in Cascadia and on HRS 1084 convinced Lilia Hagen that Dr. Eva Chartrand is at the center of an alien invasion conspiracy. She wants Chartrand killed for the good of humanity. Chartrand is a board-sponsored chimerist, a scientist who manipulates the nuclein of plants and creatures from Earth to survive on colony worlds. Find and kill Eva Chartrand. Before we go, anything else?
Is it done?
Not yet.
I see. If you need directions to Byzantium, it's the big fancy one. Can't miss it.
Let me ask you about Dr. Chartrand.
She's a traitor to her species. I'll rest easy once I know she's dead. Easier, anyway.
You know, murder isn't covered under my contractor employment agreement.
Just think of it as salvaging hope from the smoking wreckage of humanity. This is your initiation into a future with SubLight. Want a steady position in our ranks? Buy one with a bullet.
What do I get for joining up?
Well, there's your usual fee. What else do you want? A promotion? It's yours. Even better. I'll owe you one.
All right, thanks.
I'm on a low-patience, high-stress diet at the moment, Captain. What is it?
Know anything about the assault cruiser, Cornelius Vanderbilt? So that was the name of the ship. Okay.
Not as much as I'd like. The board dispatched it to Earth on a resupply mission, I think. Why?
Dr. Chartrand sent a research query via the cruiser and never heard back.
Interesting. It's possible the board wanted the cruiser to disregard ancillary tasks. But to what end? I'll have someone look into it. But for the moment, we're pissing in the wind and shooting in the dark. Considering how you get around, you'll probably find answers before I do.
Yep. Okay, guys, let's, It doesn't save his abilities, and I don't know why. Every time I add him to my party, his stuff is gone, and I have to re-add it. And it's probably because I don't bring him out enough. Because I used him a lot in my original playthrough, because he increases my lockpick skill.
Remind me to thank the chief for getting some ventilation in here. Care for a sprat? It'll warm you up. Fresh from the
Okay. Let's leave. Back to Byzantium. Also, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 planets in this solar system. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 planets, because Monarch is a moon. There's only 6 planets in this solar system.
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain. We'll be here, Captain. Or will we? Haha. Just a little joke for you.
Got it. I almost also went in that when I should just fast travel.
Impressive place Dr. Chartrand has.
Well, that's what you get for being a board hand. Hand of the board. Okay, it counts as theft. If it counts as stealing, then that means you can always talk to the person. You don't have to resort to killing them. Personal terminal. Dr. Eva Chartrand. Logs. Cascadia compromised. I received a message that an unauthorized user was looking through the files on my Cascadia terminal. Maybe some marauder with 2 firing brain cells. Maybe not. I hope whoever it is understands that the sacrifices made on Monarch and HRS 1084 serve a higher purpose. One day, when all of us have attained a new state of being, humanity may forgive my sins. HRS 1084. My worst suspicions are confirmed. HRS 1084 was ransacked. It wasn't. I didn't ransack anybody. Who knows what became of the suspension tanks? My team? As usual, my handlers on the board are no help until I deliver results. They can replicate, package, and disperse to the general population. They desire only silence and obedience from the likes of me. Okay, yet another relocation. Circumstances were hardly optimal at the primary and secondary labs. Political instability pulled Cascadia out from under me. And some combination of cabin fever and paranoia soured HRS 1084. Perhaps my home is steadfast. Byzantium will offer the retreat I need, though I miss working alongside colleagues. Well, that means Lore isn't here. Was Lore the dead scientist with the sniper rifle? Where was I? I miss working alongside colleagues. I know that I hardly deserved the ones I so enjoyed, the ones I lost. The work continues in isolation and loneliness. Perhaps it should. The first extraterrestrials, aliens! Ever since our species became aware of itself, we imposed our superiority on the worlds we touched. Colonialism worked, for a time. But our oldest trick didn't work in Halcyon, did it? Now, we are the ones who must bow to a force greater than ourselves. We are the ones who must adapt. Update. Wine makes me too introspective. Perhaps I'll balance it out with some vodka. Yep, balance your wine out with vodka. Laboratory access. Unseal the entrance. What do you guys think, aliens? Well, you said it was insane. You also weren't down for it.
Wow, look at the size of this basement. If someone back home wanted to make a secret lab, they'd have to put it in a closet.
She's there and she's alone.
That's far enough. What are you doing here? How did you even get inside?
Alien mind tricks won't work on me. I'm the one asking the questions.
You're in my house, and I'm not fucking around. Start talking.
I came to blow the lid off your alien conspiracy.
My what conspiracy? Let's talk about this. Please, I think there's been a crucial misunderstanding.
Obviously. I'm listening.
If you came looking for some elaborate scheme, it isn't here. All I'm doing is trying to keep Halcyon alive.
What are you doing, Doctor? This information is beyond classified.
You can write me up in your report. It hardly matters. I'm researching a new way to feed the colony. The crops we transplanted from Earth don't give us the nutrients we need. Our colonists might not realize it yet, but they're starving.
Okay. Wait, you're telling me this was all about vegetables?
Our produce might get us through the day, but we're getting weaker as a species and sicker.
Lack of nutrition also spread like a sickness through Edgewater.
Is that why everyone in Edgewater was so sick? Not a plague, but vegetables?
The lack of usable nutrients is compromising our immune systems. Under these conditions, even the common cold could seem like a plague. The food we grow here barely sustains human life. The colony won't last under these conditions. So, the board let me approach the problem from a different angle. I believed that I could adapt humans to live on Halcyon's terms. That I could change us. Give us the ability to derive sustenance from the nutrients the food does have.
So their primary food sources is meat, and it's animals. That's why they chose raptidons, because raptidons are basically garbage disposals and will eat anything. And they're mixing the DNA of humans with raptidons so that we can eat literal garbage. And it ties back into Edgewater. The dissenters were healthy and fine because Adelaide is growing crops. She's growing fruits and vegetables that they can eat, and that's why they don't get sick, because they're not on a only meat diet, because regardless of what all the dude bros say, an only meat diet is not good for you. And that's why a lot of them kind of get found out about. You gotta have balance, bro. Like an all vegetable diet is also not good for you. But you know what? It don't matter. Hold on. What about the aliens?
Look around. We're the only intelligent aliens in Halcyon.
Dang. Well, adaptation didn't save your research team.
Not for lack of trying. I wanted to save them all, but I wasn't strong enough.
I am, honestly. I'm surprised you don't have more support from the board.
There are other teams. We didn't want to experiment on human test subjects, so we used the only resources we had. Each other. I'm desperate. I've already asked all the best institutes on Earth for help. Years ago, we sent a message out on the Cornelius Vanderbilt, but heard nothing back.
Isn't Cornelius Vanderbilt one of the assault cruisers patrolling Halcyon?
It's been missing for over 2 years now. They never re-established contact after the skip to Earth. Of course, the board is keeping that under wraps.
I can certainly understand why.
How'd you lose half a pair of ships like it were a sock?
The board is uneasy about letting the colony know, seeing as half of their military force vanished without a trace.
I mean, colonists might get unruly if they realized there was only one boot on their neck. That is true. But Lilia sent me after a conspiracy, but it looks like I found a cover-up.
I'd prefer if you didn't use my name when you talk about this. My contract has a list of very terrible consequences for breaking secrecy.
So, the board wants to adapt the entire population of Halcyon?
Once we can replicate a success, the board will move to rewire our nucleon. With any luck, our next generation will be eating and thriving off Halcyon crops.
You really think the board got our best interests at heart? I mean, they say, but I'm just not sure.
We haven't made enough strides to advance the plan. Hardly any at all. But we have to keep trying.
Enough talk. Where do we go from here?
You could always shoot me. I assume that's why you're here. If I die, there's no one who can reproduce our work. Every sacrifice will have been for nothing. And we'll be no closer to a solution that feeds the colony.
And this is where we can We can decide the fate. So that's what this entire game is about, and I haven't even gotten into the final couple of quests. But doing the SubLight quest, you'll find out what the entire game is about. Halcyon is dying because we can't make our own food to keep people alive. That's why all of these businesses and all these companies are making food, or they're making items to suppress people's appetites, like the toothpaste, like the candy. It's all, or the sodas. It's all meant to either make people not want to eat or to try to fill their bellies so that they have enough nutrition on, like, just drinking a soda. You drink a soda, it fills your stomach with gas, it bloats you, you don't want to keep eating. That's the entire point of, like, Rizzos and their alcohol and their sodas. So the board, and we're going to get into this as we do the board thing, but we've kind of already started getting into this. The board's plan is to freeze everyone on Halcyon. Or that's one goal of the board, is to freeze everyone on Halcyon. This path is showing us the second plan of the board, which is change everyone's DNA to garbage disposals. Phineas's plan is to revive the scientists on the Hope, because then we have more minds thinking and coming up with more ideas. So I'm siding with Phineas, obviously, because his plan is better than freezing people and just hiding from your problem or running from it. Parvati, how do you think we should handle this?
It seems like she's trying to help, Captain. Honest help. Ain't many in the colony doing that. We should let her try.
Everything I did was for the good of the colony. Consider that.
What do you think, Vicar?
It may not be pretty, but we risk the colony's downfall if we hinder the doctor's research.
I hope you know what you're doing, Captain. I leave it in your hands.
Okay, well, you know Phineas Wells? If you work with him, I'll spare you.
The one on the wanted posters? They say he's an anarchist. A madman, a butcher. I'll do it.
Doctor!
What choice do I have, Commander?
That didn't take much convincing.
If working with Wells is the only way I can save the colony, then I will damn well do it. I need to get out of here. Phineas can contact me when he's ready to work together. For now, I had better pack up the lab and head somewhere discreet.
Not so fast. Captain, what you just learned is beyond your clearance. Hell, it's beyond mine. Give me one reason why I should let you walk out of here alive.
Oh, it boosted the persuasion check. Oh my god, to 150. Are you serious? The DLC's screwing me over again. Because I have 100. I have 100 and something. I don't know what it is, but it's not 150. It's less work than hauling my corpse out there.
Wrong answer.
Here they come.
No, I didn't want to kill him. Oh well. I just can't let them kill her. That's the thing. I need her alive for the best ending.
Never anger a man of the cloth. Her body's down.
Okay. Sorry, I just had to make sure the doctor was still alive. There's the final doctor. Okay. All right. There are things we can read, though. Oh, there's so much. Dr. Chartrand's wall is covered with message printouts related to the Earth directorial cruiser Cornelius Vanderbilt. Scanning through the pages, the following catches your eye. From Lemend P, Chief of Comms, J.J. Astor. Eva, or to Eva. Citizen, I'm just going to say Eva. The Astor is an Earth directorial cruiser dedicated to preserving the prosperity and peace of Halcyon's government, not your personal messaging service. I thought it was the Cornelius Vanderbilt. Where was I? You will stop abusing your access to Alpha Band transmissions, or I will be forced to request an immediate performance evaluation. That won't go well for you. When the Cornelius Vanderbilt checks in, we will inform the board. If your board supervisor feels a lab coat needs to know, they will inform you. You are to leave no further contact. You are to have no further contact with the Astor outside of proper channels. This is to Lemin. Chief Lemin, any word? Oh, this is the first message. That's a reply. Okay. Any word? The Vanderbilt was supposed to reach Earth months ago. Surely you've received a skip drone confirming their passage by now. It is imperative that I receive any messages from Earth's Chimerists immediately. I cannot say why this is so important. You don't have the clearance. The remaining pages are more of the same. Dr. Chartrand's attempting to determine the status of the Vanderbilt and getting no information in return. A final note stands out. Spoke with S. Still no word after a year. I'm on my own, so we don't know who S
The
is.
Cornelius Vanderbilt never made it to Earth? Or did they make it but fail to return?
We don't know who the S is. Oh my god. So much reading. Pages and pages of Dr. Chartrand's research covers the wall along with summaries and charts from various presentations. Most of the text is beyond your understanding. That's weird. I'm one of the best and brightest from the Hope, filled with jargon such as nucleon twinning, hybrid transcriptionation, and mycology synthesis of alta vitae contamination. Mixed in with the scientific data is the following message. S. I've included my research for your review, but here's the brass tacks. Homo sapiens, humanity as we know it, cannot survive in Halcyon. Something went wrong with the terraforming. We can't eat the native plants, and the ones we brought with us adapted more to the Halcyon system than anyone has seen before. That's why they're mock apples. They're not real apples. They're apples that they brought from Earth that genetically changed when planted in Halcyon soil. Every meal we eat, our bodies fail to absorb vital nutrients. The waves of sickness and population decline affecting the townships, they're all symptoms of this one problem. We're starving. Maybe the lab coats on the Hope could have figured this out. Again, tying into Phineas's plan. The smart people on the Hope, having more of them around can help solve the issue instead of just freezing everybody. Maybe if we were still in contact with Earth, we'd have other options. But wishing doesn't fill the balance sheet. The only solution I see, the only chance, is if we transform humanity to become Halcyon natives. Say farewell to Homo sapiens, our future is Homo halcyonis. I didn't read the name of it. Homo halcyonis, adapt to or survive, or starve. My team is gone now. Even lore. Send any lab coats or workers with a Chimerist bent my way. I can't use any of those sawbones you sent me. They're not Chimerists, and most are too whole-headed to train. I need time to get this right. S. By the architect, I swear I'll do it. For the colony and for my team.
I wonder if that'd fix Edgewater. Guess we'll never know.
We will know. She survived. We're working towards that. Oh, good. I don't have to read them all individually. Okay. all counts as stealing. I didn't want to kill that guy. I thought there was an option to have him join Phineas as well, but it's fine. Here he is. Holding tank log. Dr. Lorelei Fall. Alive. Life signs are minimal. Wow, this one's doing the worst. Notes. Subject will need medical treatments beyond our current understanding before any attempt at extraction is made. You should have let me go, Lore. I drew the short straw. It was my turn. I don't think I'm strong enough to go on without you. I'll never stop searching for a way to bring you back. If I fail, may the architect annotate your place in the equation. Eva.
I hope Dr. Wells has the resources to handle this project.
You do. Okay. Let's hope the boss is okay that I didn't kill her. And I think we'll find out who S is later in a different quest.
I believe your choice to spare Chartrand would be considered the honorable path, yes? SubLight's money is inconsequential in the face of ethics.
Sure. I mean, I love you, Lilia. But we need that doctor for the betterment of humanity.
Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
It's not the worst if it's not Borst worst.
Is it done?
I spoke to Chartrand. I'm not going to kill her.
Well, damn. Contractor grew a conscience. As your employer, I'm both angry and disappointed. I'll add that to your file. Technically, I owe you an exit interview. Care to justify your betrayal of our species, or are we finished here?
You misunderstood Chartrand's research. She's our best shot at survival in Halcyon.
You're awfully quick to trust someone who offed her colleagues and called it a good start. Out of my office. We're done.
You think maybe she's got an itchy trigger finger? I don't want to find out.
What a surprise. Seems we're no longer wanted here.
I said, get out. Time for you to move along. You keep lingering like this, I'm bound to get nervous. Time for you to move along. You keep lingering like this, I'm bound to get nervous.
Bye, Lilia.
Miss Lilia says we ain't supposed to talk.
Okay. That's the final quest. We either kill her and Lilia's happy, but still crazy. Or we don't kill her, preserve humanity, and lose the ability to hang out with Lilia.
CNP Mere Maple Syrup. It's near this complete breakfast.